Hi, Bob Hui here with Wild Road Toastmaster, and my special guest tonight is Peichen Gu, who is one of our, well, I can't say newer members because you've been a member now for a few years, right?
Yeah, for a couple of years, I think
Couple of years.
2022
Yeah,
or something like that.
that's good. So, thank you so much for agreeing to come and chat for a bit, and people get to know who you are and say, "Hey, I want to come to the club and meet this lady."
Thanks.
Well, that's at least the concept for this is, I think we've got some amazing members in Wild Rose. And I want people to say, "Hey, I should come and hang out with some of those amazing people." So here you are. So I'm
Thank
going to ask
you.
you the same question that I do everybody to start. Tell us a little bit about your journey in Toastmasters and what brought you to Wild Rose.
I joined a Toastmaster club when I first came to Edmonton back in 2009,
Okay.
2010. And then I had a few years of quite good experience with that Toastmaster club. Then it was closed, and it was closed. And then while I was trying to decide which Toastmaster club to go, um, a former member of Wild Rose, Diana Beacon,
Okay.
she was a good friend of mine, and then she told me I should try out this Toastmaster club. It only meets once a month, and it fits my schedule. It works better for my schedule. Once a month is better, so I decided to try out, and so here I am.
And here
With
you are.
Rose.
And we're glad you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let me ask you another question. So you've been a member of Wild Rose now for a couple of years, and you've had some experience in Toastmasters, probably at a regular club that met once a week. What's the difference between the two?
From the most important thing that attracts me to Wild Rose is the experience in that Toastmaster club.
Mhm.
It's I don't know how many years of experience, the members in that Toastmaster club is in Wild Rose Toastmaster club is definitely very well versed in terms of Toastmasters things, and they are very experienced, and they have some of them have quite a good skills in terms of knowledge in terms of management and so on. So, it's a club that I wanted to go there to draw the experience, to draw the wisdom, in that Toastmaster club. It's because basically because of the people in that Toastmaster club, in Wild Rose Toastmaster club, and because of the experience, the people's experience that attracts me there.
Ah, I am so glad to hear that because that's exactly my thought is that we have a club that has some amazing people in it. We've got some amazing people who have been in Toastmaster leadership around the world who bring that wisdom every month and are very open to sharing it. You know.
Yes, it's yeah. This Wild Rose is quite sophisticated in the sense that how well spoken some of the some of the members are, and how good they are at management skills and all that. So it's these kind of things, these kind of aspects.
Mhm. So have you found that Wild Rose members are very supportive of you as a member?
Um, Well, I don't go to the I'm not like I'm not like when I reach out, I'm sure I will get the support. Like as
Okay.
long I'm not worried that I won't be getting support. So if I'm reaching out, like if I approach to you, I don't worry that you wouldn't help me out. Like I'm not too worried that I'm not going to get
Hmm.
support.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
But you haven't really reached out that much, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't really reached out that much, and I also I probably haven't needed, and yeah, like it's not like I'm not worried that I won't be getting support. So let me just put it that way.
Well,
I
that's good.
always know that that those people are there to help.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that I hope that we as members do is we're there to support each other. And again, sometimes the biggest challenge is not asking. I know like for me, way back when I first started my Toastmaster journey, there was a lot of stuff I didn't know how to do, and I had to ask for help. And inevitably, what I found is people were more willing to help me than I was to ask. And so I got better at saying, "Hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me?" And they did, and I did better. And that makes a difference.
Uh,
When other people support you and encourage you, and that helps you grow.
yes,
And I got to the point where I could start returning the favor.
yes. And even just, I think it's also how one see getting support. Sometimes even listening to your conversation, like I remember listening to Carol talking about Toastmaster International level, the management at Toastmaster International level. Like it's a support for me because it increased my knowledge.
Mhm.
Also, yeah. So people at that level, that's how they function. So yeah, it's sometimes just even listening to the experienced people sharing their experience is also a support to me because I hear something now.
Well, that's good. Now, you've been to some of the District 99 conferences, have you not?
I actually haven't. I have basically just been to specific workshops. I didn't really
Okay.
go to go stay the whole time. Just went to visit some workshops and so on.
Okay. So did you find that helpful?
I guess I tend to be a little shy, so I often feel like it's a little overwhelming. So I normally just go to specific function, then I leave. So
Mm.
I find helpful in the sense that I see, oh, so this is how they run this event.
Okay. So let me ask you another question, since it's a conversation. How can we as Wild Rose help you with one, being shy, and help you come into the light and shine a whole bunch?
I think for people who are on the like quiet side, I think I think being patient with them is probably kind of important because sometimes I feel like I don't do well on the table topic that was given, and then I feel bad. So sometimes feel wanna to give up and so on, things like that. And then at times like that, being patient with less experienced people and try to just walk alongside probably would be nice appreciated, and then yeah, probably yeah, that's where the support is needed, like encouragement, like don't give up and just keep trying. Yeah,
Well,
so being
yeah,
patient probably.
being patient is a good idea. It's interesting, and the reason I mention that is because there's probably people that may watch this. I don't, maybe nobody will watch. I don't know. I'm putting it out there, who also are a little shy or aren't, the exuberant, you know, e- extroverts like I am, who would like to come someplace where they would get a chance to work at their own pace and
Uh-huh.
be supported in that, and
Yeah,
to be allowed to grow.
that's right. That's right. And like in my case, I also have a special I interest in growing on this aspect because I really like to want to teach. Like I do my work and I to increase my knowledge, I like to teach. Like I like to do training sessions in my workplace.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
and yeah, so the training sessions, speaking, making presentation becomes handy. And so I have a special interest to be part of Toastmaster to increase my speaking skills. And yeah, sometimes I don't do as well in public speaking. So sometimes just have to be a little like take it slow.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Over the years, there's been times I didn't do so good either. But you know, people don't believe me when I tell them that. I tell them it. In some ways, I'm glad there was no video my first year as a Toastmasters, and in some ways, I wish there was. Could show them and say, "This was me when I first started." I was stiff, I was scared, I was shy, all that stuff. And
Yeah.
eventually, I got past it. And but again, this is part of the thing I like about Toastmasters is it's a self-paced program. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. And I think as long as you're willing to share that with people to say, here's what I need, here's what you can do to help me, you're going to get the support you need.
Yes. Yes.
And so, that's the hard part is sometimes people, um, and if anything, I think too often we are more harsher critics of ourselves than people outside are. Have you noticed that?
Yes, yes, because we have certain expectations of ourselves, want to reach certain goals, and when it's not getting there, then you get frustrated.
Yeah. Well, and I think hopefully that's something that we can work on and help each other to say, set your goals, work on them however you want, but don't be hard on yourself.
Uh,
I mean, that's the thing. I remember being at clubs occasionally where somebody is asked to do table topics as a visitor and stands up and then shuts up. But for a lot of people, just standing up in front of an audience is scared to death. So the fact that they said anything, even sharing their name, is an amazing start. And I think we need to uh, be supportive of that and let people grow at their own pace.
yes, yes,
You
yeah,
know, when
yeah.
I was teaching at one of the trade schools in Vancouver, quite often we'd have two or three people in the room. There was about 20 people in the room. They were teaching them computer skills and whatever, and I had them for 35 hours to teach them presentation skills. And inevitably there would be in the 20 people there would be 4 or 5 people that were English as second language. They'd come to Canada from some other country, and English really was a second language for them. And I watched as they grew and they started getting confident to the point where when I started the classes later on, I said, guys, I'm going to tell you the 3 things that are going to happen during our time together. One, you're going to start having some fun when we do this because I think it's fun. And 2, you're going to start feeling more confident about who you are. And 3, there'll be people in this room you're going to go, where were they hiding? Because they were hiding behind their monitor. And I said, they can't hide behind the monitor. They got to come up to the front of the room with me and speak to everybody else in the class. And inevitably, they would do really well. I'm not saying I'm a great teacher, but I would see them really start going from this to this, and I know they'd never go back to this once they've opened up. And that's why I kept doing that. Like for example, I kept teaching there for a year after I moved to Alberta, just because I enjoyed it so much. I don't think I made $1 that year because I'd drive all the way back or fly back and do my teaching and then come back to Alberta. But I just enjoyed it so much because I watch people grow, and this is the thing I love. That's what I love about Toastmasters, and it's part of what I love about this organization, Wild Rose, is I see people come in and grow. They come in at different levels, and they get better. And you're one of them, just so you know.
Oh, thanks.
In the 2 years that I've known you, I've watched you get better. Just in case nobody's ever told you.
Yeah, sometimes encouragement is needed. Yeah, sometimes I don't feel like I'm growing or I'm improving. So it's kind of nice to hear that.
Yeah. Well, just you got to keep after it, my friend. You got to keep after it. So I'm going to close now with a reminder to everybody who's watching this, and hopefully hundreds of people will watch this. Wild Rose meets on the last Thursday of the month, with the exception of June and December, when we have a special meeting to work around the holidays. We start at 6 o'clock and the meeting starts at 6:30. So come and check us out. Come and meet Peichen in person. Hang out with this amazing woman and find out more about her and what she's done in her Toastmasters. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
And
Thank
thank you so
you.
much, my friend.
Thanks.